Hi, students. It's Michelle. I want to talk to you briefly about self-awareness. It is a very valuable skill set to be self-aware. It's part of the larger picture of emotional intelligence, EQ, which really encompasses self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, skill in relationships, and self-awareness is that skill set that really helps you to know who you are and how knowing who you are helps you to be a better supervisor, a better employee, a better family member, a better friend. And so I want to share a little bit on the next slide about self-awareness. And for me, I remember learning about emotional intelligence and self-awareness and how eye-opening all of the research by Daniel Goleman was at the time. And he's done so much to further emotional intelligence. And so it's not just about IQ on the job, it's about EQ too. So self-awareness is being aware of your thoughts, your feelings, your strengths, your weaknesses, your drives, desires, your values, and also your impact on others and other people's perception of you. So sometimes we think we are coming off in a certain way, we seem really responsible and in charge when we ask the people that we work with to give us feedback on our level of responsibility and how well we take control of the situations that we are responsible for. And they say, you know, maybe a 6, 7 out of 10. You think, oh, how am I being perceived so differently than how I think I'm being perceived? And so self-awareness is really important. And a situation that I could use as an example would be to imagine yourself as a manager, a high-level manager within the corporate offices of McDonald's. And during a strategy session about how to reach and appeal to the younger customers, the question has come up, should we continue the Happy Meal? And so there's 10, 12 of you high-level managers throughout the company. You've been invited to the strategy session. And this question, if we should continue the Happy Meal. And so because you're self-aware, that one of your strengths is that you love data. Okay, so you have a lot of data on the Happy Meal. You know what regions in the country the sales are strongest. You know which toys have been the most popular throughout the last 10 years. You can rattle off any piece of data related to the Happy Meal. And so that's a strength. So in the midst of the meeting and people are kind of processing some things and somebody asks, well, how do we know what toy is been the most popular and really driven some sales for the Happy Meal? And that this is one of your strength areas. So you speak up and share some data with people. Now, the next question that comes up is the mascot for the Happy Meal. Should we keep Ronald McDonald? Should we look at having somebody else or some other kind of cartoon character, or should we design our own that can really relate to the kids, promote our Happy Meals? And this is not an area of strength for you. This is one of your weaknesses, right? So you're not really concerned about whether Ronald McDonald sticks around or not. You feel that you've seen the data and it hasn't really made a difference when you've tried other things, when McDonald's has tried other things for a mascot. But there is another person at the meeting who is very, very passionate about this area. And so because you are self-aware, you are going to let this person talk. You're going to keep an open mind. you're going to remember that this isn't a strength of yours, this area. You are just going to listen and you're going to let this person share because that's important. And one of your values is to make sure that everybody has a voice and that there's cohesiveness on the team and that there is good collaboration within the company. And so you listen with an open mind. Okay. You don't roll your eyes, you don't look away and tap your fingers. And so once the meeting wraps up, in everyone sort of is lingering, kind of talking about the things that were brought up. Some people get really excited about, oh, what if we did get a new mascot behind our Happy Meal or some kind of maybe famous spokesperson to really promote and connect with the younger customers? And people are jazzed up, and you know that if you get started on this particular topic, sharing the data that you have, it probably is not going to go well. And so being self-aware, you're going to just listen, you're going to maybe interject where you can some positive thoughts about just the overall. I'm really excited to see something new, a fresh design, however it is, maybe good. I love to be a person who collects data on some market research around this. I'm really excited because I think this is a good team of people that's going to make a lot of progress. And you're realizing that the impact that you are having, even though that conversation is pretty geared towards what the other person was saying versus the data that you presented, you're not getting anxious and you're not worrying that nobody heard you or nobody understood or nobody cared about those things that you are passionate about. It's just at that time, this is what people want to talk about. And there will be plenty of more meetings in the future related to exactly how they're going to promote and address and change, modify the Happy Meal. So you walk away from that meeting, you remember what you did do well, you remember that you were very accurate in what you presented, and that it's important for everybody to have their say so that collectively the best work in the end is being done on behalf of the company and all of the various stakeholders. So you can see that self-awareness is important. It's just not about IQ in terms of, I know the data, let me spew a whole lot of numbers at you and information, right? While that is key and the bottom line on certain products and geographical regions and toys and various things that the Happy Meal contains are important, we're also thinking about working as a team and making sure that we're doing our best work. And our best work in this case is done as a whole and not by just one person on the team. So do continue to look at your self-awareness, look at the impact that you have on others. If you don't know, then it's a good idea to ask people and to get that feedback so that you can become a stronger leader. All right, thank you.